Soups on. My name is Amy and this is my winter soup series video where every month of the winter, December, January, February, I show you a different soup recipe. Some of my favorites. I am a big soup gal. I think it's the most wonderful food in all forms. And last month in December we had the sopa de fideo, the Mexican tomato noodle soup, which was really good. Today we are going to do a creamy chicken gnocchi soup. Gnocchi is a potato dumpling. I have them right here actually. You can make these homemade. They're not too hard to make, but also you can just buy them in these packs here at the grocery store. So it's just a potato dumpling. We're going to use that and a lot of chicken and aromatics and veg today. This is a really good comforting soup. Very rich and hearty. There's cream, chicken stock. It's a meal in a bowl for sure. So what we start by doing is I did some prep beforehand. I diced, seasoned with salt and pepper, and cooked off 3 large chicken breasts. And those are right here, and I cooked them fully through. I have 2 cups of, and this is a double recipe, I have 2 cups of shredded carrot here. I would have bought and diced my own carrots like into like little cubes or coins. The grocery store was out of carrots, like in all variety. It was strange, guys. So we're doing the shredded, which isn't my favorite, but it's gonna be fine. 2 ribs of celery and 1 white onion diced. I am going to dice the other half with you guys to remind you how we dice an onion. Nice thing about an onion is we already have layers, right? So there is not a lot of cutting to be had. You slice in half through the little hairy end here, okay? Lay your onion flat, hairy end towards you. Cut off this top. Get rid of this. Peel off the first layer or 2 of onion skin, depending how it looks underneath. This one looks good just with that top layer off. I'm gonna make 1 vertical cut through the center here. That's all we need. And then I'm gonna run my knife down through the center here, making other little slits. And then we just, see this? See all these little tiny cuts now? It's that easy. It's that easy. You just cut it. She doesn't want to stay together, but she has to. Okay, that's a good amount of onion actually, because we've got a lot in there. That's how you dice an onion. Super easy. Also, with the ribs of celery, a lot of people throw out the tops of celery, but don't. It's going to make it difficult for me. I'm going to use some of this celery leaf. It has a really, really good concentrated celery flavor. I think celery is really underrated as a flavor. I love it. I think it's bright and delicious, and especially in something like this where you've got a whole lot of fat and cream and heaviness with those potato dumplings going on. This will add a nice little bit of brightness. So we got, you know, whatever amount you want. Some of these leaves too. That's nice. In my pot here, I have a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pot, some vegetable oil, and we need to saute our veg until it's translucent. So I'm going to, yeah, it's ready. Throw all of this in the bottom of the pot, everything in this pan except my chicken, because that's not ready to go in yet. We need to get this little mirepoix sauteed. Mirepoix is the French word for these 3 vegetables here. Celery, onion, carrot. It's the base of a lot of cooking. You have something called the Holy Trinity down in like the Louisiana area. That is celery, onion, and bell pepper. So Holy Trinity and mirepoix are different, but it's the same idea. It's a little bit of veg, but its main purpose is to provide some aromatic components to your dish. So we got that going. I'm gonna add a little garlic salt to this, or a lot. Can add some black pepper to this. I go heavy-handed with the black pepper because I like it. You do whatever you like to do. We're gonna let this sweat for, I don't know, 2 minutes. This is a pretty easy recipe. Well, it is an easy recipe, and it comes together pretty quickly. Once you've got everything prepped, you know, you're just throwing things in a pot. So it might take you a little while to cut and chop things, but you know, knife skills are very important, and it's something just to practice doing. I was talking with a coworker a couple of hours ago, and she was saying how, you know, she's not confident in her knife skills, so she just goes slowly to make sure she doesn't hurt herself. And I said, then do that. That is perfectly fine. If cooking is not enjoyable to you, then, you know, what's the point? Like, I told her, you know, go slow, put on a podcast or listen to music and cut it your rate. Do things at your rate. There's no, you know, we're not on Chopped here. You know, there's no prize at the end for being the fastest. And I think if it's going to be more enjoyable for you to take your time, absolutely do that. This mirepoix smells great, okay? And then you got that garlic added in there. That is really lovely. Let me see if I can get these handles are kind of hot, and I did not bring pad, but I'm going to try to kind of show you what we've got in here. See that? They're softening up kind of in there. Yeah. That's what we want. That is exactly what we want. No raw tasting vegetables. But you know, you don't want them to be mush either, because I think that's one of the reasons that people don't, or think that they don't like vegetables, is because they've only had them in a state of like pitiful overboiledness. But if you don't do that, then vegetables are quite nice. So what else do we have in this lovely dish? Well, not much, honestly. Like I said, spinach. There's a big load of spinach in this. You know how spinach is. You buy a bag this big and you get this much spinach, like the size of a tennis ball. So, got a big pack of spinach. 2 packs of the gnocchi, half and half in heavy cream, chicken stock, chicken. This would be a good meal with like a salad on the side, to be quite honest, because you got so much heaviness going on. Okay, I think those vegetables look good. So I'm gonna add a couple things here now. Vegetables look good. I want to add my chicken back in now, okay? This is cooked totally through. There's nothing raw here. Get that chicken going in there. I have right here 8 cups of chicken broth. We're gonna add in. Oh, that's nice. This is gonna be a big pot of soup, but that's good. And of course, I made my chicken broth from my favorite, Better Than Bouillon. I use this for everything. They have every flavor. Better than, like they've got roasted chicken, roasted beef, vegetarian, mushroom, ham, shrimp, anything you can think of. Turkey, you know, all of that. So, okay, I've got these in here. Now I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of thyme. I'm gonna do probably, 2 teaspoons. Chicken broth, thyme. I want this to go up onto medium high. Well, I'm gonna get it to high because I want it to come to a boil, and then I'm gonna simmer it down just a little bit. So we're going to wait for this to bring to a boil. When it does, the last things that we do are gnocchi, cream, spinach, taste for seasoning, and then ready to serve. So be back in a couple minutes. Okay, everybody, hey, we're back. So when we last left, I had my chicken, all my vegetables, my chicken stock, my chicken, and my seasonings in this pot coming to a boil. I did that for about 8-10 minutes, and then I did drop my gnocchi in. So my potato dumplings are in, and I let them boil for about 4 minutes. The way you know that they're done is when they float. So it's super simple to know when they are finished. So they are floating, and then I cooked on a simmer for an additional about 10 minutes. It smells incredible. And now what we need to do is we are going to add our spinach and our cream. I have here 2 cups of very roughly cut spinach, but it doesn't matter how it looks because, as we all know, it's going to turn into the tiniest bit of spinach you ever saw once it wilts in this soup. But this is a good way to get, like, I mean, because it's so yummy and creamy and chickeny and dumplingus. But there's so many good vegetables in here too, right? So you feel like you're kind of being bad, but you're also being good because look, you know, you're getting a lot of green in. Add more spinach to this if you want to. Add additional vegetables if you want to. Okay, so we've got that in, and now I have 2 cups of half and half and 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Guys, I mean, this is where it gets real good. So, going to very slowly. This is room temperature, but this is very hot. So, like, I mean, I'm going to stir constantly. Little stream. We'll just do that a little bit at a time. Otherwise, things can clump. The soup could break. There's really no good way of fixing that. It's just going down the drain if that happens. And that would be a shame because you've spent money and time on this, and also it's delightful. So, you know, nobody wants to waste their money or their time or good grocery ingredients. Okay, we got that going in. We can go a little, I think we can go faster now because we're looking really good. Very creamy. This pot is so hot, I think the spoon is getting bendy. Okay, now, this stuff is so thick, it's great. Okay, so this is what we're looking, you know, like a milky consistency, creamy consistency. Then we're gonna drizzle in that heavy cream. Oh man, this is what, and I know this is not like a low-calorie diet soup. Whatever, like you're having a bowl of it, not every day, every once in a while. It's fine. It's decadent, it's delicious. There are worse things for you. Okay, we've got all of that in there. That's fantastic. Okay. So I am going to let this cook another like 2 minutes or so. I'm going to taste it for seasoning, add more salt and pepper if I need to. Then I'm going to bowl it up and show you what it looks like in a few minutes here after I've finished the entire thing. Be right back. Hi everybody, we are back. So we are finished with our creamy chicken gnocchi soup here. As you can see, I mean, this is really, really beautiful. I'm letting it thicken up a little bit, like over some residual heat here. I'd like to get some of that, some of the liquid cooked down just to make it a little thicker, but it feels, as I'm stirring it, very thick. So there is no lack of thickness in here. And as it kind of cools a little, like when you refrigerate your leftovers, it's gonna seize up because of all the cream in there. So I'm just gonna bowl some up. This is really decadent. This is a real treat. You could even, as I'm looking at it, have added more spinach like I was talking about in there. Don't need to though. So this is lovely. We're just gonna make a big bowl here. Eat this maybe with, what do I always say? With a crusty baguette, because I think I'm French or something. Eat this with a crusty baguette, and this will fill your belly, stick to your ribs. It is very, very delicious. I will see you next month for our February video. Thanks, guys.